What's good? It's your girl, Leah Renee, and we're here again with another episode. I definitely want to thank you guys for all your responses, all your likes, and your shares for my last video. Um, it was surprisingly a lot of people feel the same way I do, so I guess it was just a few of y'all that, felt different versus the comments that was on social media. My people that I guess see my stuff are kind of different. So that was what's up. But today I like to talk about different things, and a lot of times the stuff that's in the social media or what's going on in the world, it draws my attention. I'm like, man, you know what? You gotta speak on it. You gotta talk about it. So something we all witnessed is the Derek Chauvin case where he was found guilty on all three counts. Um, and then we also seen a young lady lost her life by the hands of an officer. And some other stuff that's recently happened, like yesterday, I believe, in Elizabeth City. So it's a lot going on. I seen a post where they said, "Oh, so where are you guys? Y'all, you Black Lives Matter people? Are y'all gonna protest where the little girl got killed, a 7-year old, and I believe it was Chicago, I think, Chicago, at McDonald's." So that just sparked something, because you hear people say that, and I just want to make emphasis what the difference is in those type of situations versus what we're fighting for with the Black Lives Movement. Totally different. It's still violence with guns. It's still an issue. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I really want to talk about today. So we see this stuff going on in the community. And us as Black folks, we have been oppressed for many years, but it's up to us to change our mindset. And from the beginning, with the Jim Crow laws, if you're familiar with that, that really affect Black folks. It really affected us and how we communicate with each other, how we look at each other, even how we communicate with others of a different race. And it was instilled so deeply that I just feel like it's just hard for some people to break. Like, that's a curse that's just on us as the minority. Even if you think back to slavery days, when the light skins would work in the house and the darker complexion Blacks would work in the field. It made us look at each other as a competition, as one better than the other. And that's why we have like light skin, for a while back in like the 90s. Us dark skinned girls, felt some type of way. Like, oh, are you pretty for a dark skinned girl? As if being dark skinned ain't beautiful now. Like, we are just, I feel like, this century embracing the darker of skins, But this is what I'm trying to get to. I just ate, so I'm super full, so I apologize. But when we talk about, the Black Lives Movement, why don't we do that when it's Black on Black crimes? I want to just emphasize, when it's Black on Black crimes, best believe as soon as they shoot John, it's an investigation. They're getting witness. Somebody done snitched on John or snitched on a person, so they going to your house. It's warrants ready for you. Ain't no waiting for a long time unless you flee. They got a warrant, or they looking for you. They gonna catch you. And guess what's gonna happen? He going to prison. He gonna do some time, and we see it in our community all the time. All the time. So the difference with the Black Lives Movement is these people that's supposed to protect and serve us are the ones that's killing Black people. Unarmed Black people. So John and Day, that's a community issue. And if we're in communities that's where each Black person is like crabs in the barrel trying to get out, it's gonna be some conflict. It's gonna be problems. If we got poverty in these communities, it's gonna be some issues. And at the beginning, we didn't bring the guns, we didn't bring the drugs. So you gotta go way back to your roots to really figure out why we have these issues in our community. Is that something we need to talk about? Definitely. Have you seen marches? They got stop the violence marches all the time. All the time. You just don't get it publicized. But I guarantee you, put your guns up, fists up. They have movements. We have them in Charlotte. So it's like, it hurts to see that, but that's nothing new. If you have a situation where it's poverty and the next man, you struggling to eat, you struggling to find a place to stay, you in the dirt of the dirt, what do you expect? If we was given a chance, just like, and I wouldn't say given, because if you want it, you'll go figure it out. Because there's some people that just do. You want better, you go get better. But some people never really even got the education, because our system is so jacked up from the beginning. Goes back to the Jim Crow's laws, goes back to slavery, all of that. So is there a problem in our community? It's always been. It's not new. Will it change? It probably never will. The same way, if you stay in an all-white community, the all-whites gonna have issues because that's who they're around. That's who they're around. So we're in a black community, we're gonna have issues with each other as blacks. On top of all the training and mentally stuff that was done to us. And it's just passed down generation on generation. But the difference is we're seeing cops who take on a pledge, who raise their hand and say they're gonna serve. And when you say serve and protect, it's for every color, every gender, whatever. And it doesn't work like that when it comes to African Americans. So when we say Black Lives Matter, that's us letting other races know that we're important. Yeah, we're important in our community too. We know that. We gotta fix that. But the point is, now on top of that, now we got y'all out here killing us. And guess what? They not being held accountable. They kill us, shoot us. We can record it. Now that this new media, social media is big, we're seeing this stuff been happening. It's just visual now. We can see it. So when we say Black Lives Matter, when we protest, it's because we want justice for those who do us wrong, the opposite race. We already know what's going on in our community. It is what it is. It's a sad situation. It's sad, especially when the kids die, and even to see another man take another man's life. You know, but that's a whole nother topic where I feel like it should be something with them head people who run communities, this gang life, all of that. It should just be something set up that y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's certain levels you don't cross, it's certain things you don't do, and that's the respect. If you do it, boom, boom, boom. And that's how as our community, because at the end of the day, we got to look out for us, as you see. But because we have so much hatred against each other, even when it comes to black businesses, we have so much animosity, so much. And you know, sometimes we put it on ourselves. I'm going to be honest. Like, we do put it on ourselves. But when it comes to us holding accountability with these police officers, these white people killing us, that's what the Black Lives Movement is. Totally different from us killing us. Because when we kill us, we go into prison. When they kill us, oh, it's going to be drowned out. You got to protest. You got to do stuff. You got to riot and do all this crazy stuff to get the attention that you need on that situation. It shouldn't be like that. And even though we praise and, oh, yeah, Derek, they convicted Derek. How is that exciting? You know what I'm saying? It's like, first off, you knew you was wrong from the beginning. The whole world saw this man physically die. You knew you were wrong. So how come we got to go through all of this for you to be held accountable? That's why we stand. That's why we march. That's why we do all this type of stuff. Wear shirts that show what we feel. Make signs. Because we're trying to get the attention that we are the same as you are. It's not right for you to be killing us. To kill our brothers for no reason. To kill our sisters. And all the way back in the day when it was the Rodney King beating, police been doing this stuff. It's just more visual. So please understand, when people march and protest, that's not disengaging what we got going on in our community. We know that, and it's stuff that needs to be done. But that does not take away from the movement of Black Lives Matter. That is to get attention to other races, to stand and see that this system is jacked, that we never get justice, that we are not treated the same way we supposed to be, or the same way as others, or the way we supposed to be treated. That's the difference. I mean, there's two scenarios. You can't put them together. It's violence, yeah. But best believe, like I said, they shoot John, they going to prison ASAP. And even if he got a warrant out him, if it take a minute for them to get him, we see this on the first 48. We don't see them doing all that for no police officers killing. And at this point, it's about to be the same as black on black crime, if not more. Just all of it don't get televised. So, do we need to work on us as a community? We definitely do. But we still trying to fight to get equality in this place we call America. So that's why they started a Black Lives Movement. It's totally different from black on black crime. Totally. You can't compare the two. Because again, this man going to prison. This officer, we got to fight. We got to raise Cain for this man to be held accountable. And even when they get him to the point where they try to convict him, not guilty. How many times we seen that? So that's why we stand up. Don't put the two together, separate it. We got issues just like every other race got issues. So yeah, we may be a little harder, but just gotta imagine what African Americans went through. And until you take the reality of what we've dealt with in our life, what our ancestors had to go through, the stuff that was programmed in certain ones' head that's continuing to go through, the way the school systems are set up for us, how a lot of us wasn't given chances like certain other races. So if we do make it, we had to get it out the dirt. Wasn't nothing handed to us. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to hear people say that. I love to hear what y'all think. Again, this is what I feel. You can't persuade me to say anything else. Because again, they going to jail for shooting John. However I said it, he going to prison. But we don't even know. They may not even, yeah, he got convicted, Derek. But that's the first. That's the first of how many years? It took a man to lose his life for even everybody start putting Black Lives Matter somewhere. You had to lose your life for that? For you to respect my skin? You had to lose your life. Like, why wouldn't common sense tell you that that's wrong? Nobody should have to hold you accountable. Wrong is wrong. You are officer. You supposed to protect us. Why we gotta be scared of you? Why when we call you, your first reaction is to shoot? I used to say maybe it's the guilty conscience of all those years, and now they feel like maybe that's just me saying, I never, that was something I always wanted to know, why God allowed that to even go on, where we be considered slaves. Somebody owned us as if that was okay. That was always an issue when I was younger, reading the Bible and asking my dad questions like, why was that okay? But again, man, those are two separate movements. If you want to help in your community with stop the violence and talk to these young kids, give them avenues, put some positive energy in them, do it. But you just got to understand, when you don't got nothing, you don't have nothing positive around you, and the only thing you got to look up is them drug dealers that's out there selling drugs and them gangs, and that's all you got because your daddy wasn't there. Again, back to slavery. They sold off the fathers. So you got to just look at where this thing went. This is crabs in the barrel. Crabs in the barrel. Once you really know what your roots are and the BS that came with it, it's for you to be like, yo, I got to change my mindset. But a lot of us ain't got that, because some of us act just like some niggas. We really do. We do. And we make people look at us certain ways. But you got to conduct yourself in a manner where they can respect us. First thing. But again, yeah, we kill ourselves so we don't respect each other. We ain't never respected each other. They taught us not to. We ain't smart enough to retrain our brain. We just saying positivity for black folks. Brother, I love you. Sister, you got this. How many black folks be out here really putting positive energy? It's just a few of them, to be honest. And those that do, I commend you. Because it's hard. It's hard. I don't know nothing about being a black man, but being a black woman is difficult. Even in our own community. In our own community. So again, we have our issues in our community. Our concern is when we get out here and we call these police, why are they killing us? Why are they just feeling like it's okay and then nobody take them to jail right then? They going to jail right then. If he on the scene, they locking him up in the car. Them officers that, paid leave for under investigation. Then you got to drag the whole situation out. And then what they do? The state gonna pay you off. What is it, Crosby? What's the civil defense lawyer? He gonna get you some money. You never get justice, but you gonna get paid because they knew they was wrong. Why you think they paying these people off? They knew they were wrong. So just understand that's two different scenarios, and definitely we need to work in our community to be better. We definitely do, but it takes you. You see the error, you come, okay, well, since we got this problem in our community, what are you doing to make it better? Are you just talking? Are you out here mentoring kids? Are you helping those that's less fortunate, giving them positive energy, letting them know what they need to do with their life? Are you helping them? Oh, you just on the shade room, just talking under the comments. Gotcha, you one of them niggas. We all gotta wake up to see what's really going on out here, man. And yeah, it started in our community. But again, we call them people to come out, or them people stop us and pull us over. They out here killing us. And they walking away. They get to go home to their family while we sitting here crying and gotta bury ours. Because it's they were scared. How you the police? How you scared? You took this job on. You signed this off. We ain't asked you to be no police officer. This is something you signed up for. So definitely, y'all, let me know what you think. This thing had me hot. Like, if I didn't know me, I used to want to be a homicide investigator so much. Like, really was determined to major in criminology, become an officer, and then the Trayvon Martin hit, the Mike Brown hit, and it just was like, yeah, I could be the change, but then you got to be around all these fake people that don't even like you for your skin, but just because you wear the color blue with them, they respect you somewhat, but they still look at you as a nigga. Not all of them, but the ones that's out here killing, can't tell me they not racist. Can't tell me. But then again, you go back, the first officers of the law, the patrols, were slave catchers. Them niggas, that's all they do. Bring the slave. And some people say dead or alive. So what you think? Kill a nigga? Yeah, I'm gonna kill this nigger. That's how it was. So what we expect different? We should. You would think some change has come. It ain't. It's the same. It's the same. My dad, he knows about that. My grandma worked in a white lady's house as a white family home, as a maid, helped with their kids and clean. I just know I couldn't been around those times. I wasn't built for that type of stuff. I wasn't. It's no way. Yes, ma'am, and no, sir, to a child that's my same age just because they of a different skin tone. But that's a whole new thing. I just want to hear what y'all feel. Again, you can't convince me, but those are not two separate things. What goes on in our community versus what we do outside and when we call the police and what they do to us. Those are two separate situations. So like, share, comment, let me know what you feel about this. You know, hopefully this man gets some real time like Derek. But and then again, we got the one in Elizabeth City coming up. So we gotta see this video cam. And sometimes they put that stuff out there just to get us riled up. Y'all gotta pay attention to media, man. They wicked. They really be doing some stuff just to get us to react. They know what they doing. But again, I'm out, y'all.